Hi, champions. Happy rainy Wednesday. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing very well.
Yay. Elizabeth?
I'm not liking this rain.
Oh, my goodness. Rain
It
is
is
refreshing, beautiful, cleansing. It's
I
really
don't know about you, but that gives me a bad hair day. So now I'm not liking this rain.
Well, you know what, rain or not, I feel extra happy today. I came in with a lot of energy. I feel happy every day. I don't know why today. I just feel extra happy, blessed, grateful. And, for all of our champions that end up watching this, I hope you guys are having, a great Wednesday. And I hope that you find value from what it is that we bring and what we have to say. I want to start off. So we had an amazing experience at R4, didn't we? Like, we had a really good time. I feel that the value, that is brought during sessions like that is immeasurable. And I encourage, I was talking to our rep yesterday. Scott came by, our RE/MAX rep, and he was mentioning that next year it's going to be at the Mandalay Bay. And it's actually going to be this week next year. So they're going to push it out a month, and they're going to do it at the end of March next year. So hoping we have, some pretty good weather and that we can get, another good group to go. These are times where you guys, put the effort in to attend things like this, to know what you're about, like what company are you with, what RE/MAX really stands for. Because as you walk around venues like that, you start to realize certain things. We're part of a network that really holds a whole lot of professionals. The agents at RE/MAX, they make this their lifelong career. And I think that's the difference between RE/MAX and a lot of other organizations. So, as I was standing there watching the awards, and congratulations to, you, Elizabeth, and Sonia. You guys were up there. You worked very hard for that. As I was watching, people receive their awards, I was seeing a lot of generational, like father, son, mother, daughter, like a lot of generational people that were up there working together as teams receiving their awards. And it just reminded me of the network that we're in and the network that we have, which is just, an array of professional people that really take this seriously. They sell a lot of real estate and they have a lot of talent. So agents, the ones that did not attend, I really want you guys to go, and to experience R4, to really get in there and take some of the classes, talk to people from around the globe, network. You can get referrals, all sorts of things when you network with, high producing people that take their business seriously. So hoping next year you guys attend. It's going to be this week next year at the Mandalay Bay. So, if you want to book early, I might book early and stay at the Mandalay. With that said, before we get into, the talk that we're going to have today, I wanted to show everybody some stats because it kind of ties directly in with the actual RE/MAX convention. And so do you have that, the stats, Justin? Oh, I can hardly see that. It's kind of small. Can you guys see that, or am I just blind?
No, Justin, can you enlarge that?
Okay, I'm glad it's not me, ladies, because I thought, that's a little bit, okay. So I'm going to go off of what I remember from this because I cannot see that little itty bitty tiny writing on my screen. I want to congratulate all champions. This right here is showing statistics in California. And, this is the first page of the statistics. They only featured certain offices. And our office fell, number 6. And these stats here are out of hundreds and hundreds of RE/MAX offices. And so, take a note of who is on there. You champions, you really put the work in to produce at this level. And so I wanted to show you guys this because a lot of the time as a company, we don't really push out too much company data. We'll do it once a year, but this is a good reminder of the network and the organization that you guys are in and the extreme talent that is surrounding you. When you see something like this and you see, that I still can't see that, Justin. Can other people see that? Because that is really tiny. We'll have to, well, you know what?
What's most important, we're number 6. We're
Yeah,
above
we're going to
each
have to
other.
email this out. We're going to have to email this out. If you guys could email this out to everybody, because I feel that, everybody needs to know who they're surrounded by and what the tools are, within the organization that they're surrounded by. And there's no better way to grow and to do amazing things than to be surrounded by amazing people that are on the same path, that are working, that are producing. They always say, if you want to accomplish something, a very easy way to do it is to look at your circle of people. Look at the close circle that you have in your arena, the 5 people that are closest to you. If you want to accomplish something, bring somebody in that is doing what you want to accomplish to your close circle and your close arena. By doing that naturally, you're going to go ahead and most likely accomplish that same thing. So these stats were important to me, not to say, hey, look at us, here we are, but to show you guys what you're a part of and what type of organization we are. And so, we're going to email that out. And, I just hope that next year, we did get a great turnout this year. Next year, let's, show up even with more people and celebrate everybody's accomplishments. Mark your calendars now, because there's no better experience, than and I really enjoyed seeing you guys on stage. And like I said, congratulations again. I know what it takes for you guys to get there and what kind of person you have to become to get there.
Yeah. I say that was very cold, but it was good.
Well, Elizabeth, your 10 minutes, I've learned one thing about you, Elizabeth, is that when Elizabeth tells you 10 minutes, it usually means 45.
The struggle is real, but we made it.
Well, it was cold back there, right? Everybody that I was hugging as they came down stage, they felt like they were in an ice box.
Yeah.
I think I was in awe because we actually got to, go, we were like almost famous for a second, because that's where like all the famous people go, all the people who perform, the artists and just everyone's backstage. So it was a moment, it was a moment. So
basically we can say that we were where Adam Levine from Maroon 5 was at.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So that was an experience. But I wanted to share, and it looks like Justin has it. Just so everyone knows, like, R4, like Jennifer mentioned, it's an experience, and it's what you make of it. So you can choose to stay in your room, go on the strip or whatever and not be a part of it. But when you actually are a part of it, you become a part of something. And I think this year, I participated in the swag because they made it a big deal on Facebook, how everybody gets so excited about exchanging swag. And I can tell you, I made about 75 connections by doing that. And not just hi and bye, like actual conversations and connections where I'm currently, speaking to these agents from all over the place and building those relationships. Those relationships are key, because you're losing business if you're not, reaching out and engaging. So I just think it's important. Not only are you selling, real estate here, you're selling yourself, and you're showing them why you're the go-to person. I'm sure we're all on Facebook and we all see, I need an agent here. I'm looking for an agent here. And you have these long lists of people. How do you choose? How do you choose who you're working with? Because basically you're giving your money away. You're trusting this person's going to close the deal. So how do you choose? So instead of doing that, build those relationships so that way you're the go-to person. You know, they can count on you. They know they can call you and you're going to handle business. So I found a lot of value in that. And I just wanted to share that's a huge opportunity for us. So I don't know if Justin can play the clip, but we went around asking people why they loved Remax. And this is something we're working on. And it was just a way to
Remax is the brand most recognized throughout the entire world when it comes to selling real estate. We have the best support, we have the best infrastructure, we have the best damn agents in the entire world.
It's the Remax family for me. We take care of each other. We're here for each other to support one another. It's a great brand, internationally known, strong leadership, a lot of support at our office, a lot of tools.
After 20 years in the business, not with Remax, I joined Remax, and I've been with them for the last 10 years. I'm really super sad that I didn't know about Remax before. The brand is amazing. The tools are amazing. They keep changing and doing things to help us all be better. And I get to meet great friends like you guys from all around the world.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, go Remax!
In South Africa, Remax is the biggest real estate brand at the moment. They have the biggest market share, so I really wanted to be affiliated with the brand that's visible.
They were giving the training for free before I even got my license. I was already training in real estate. Come on in, see if you like our content. It's free. You get it no matter what. It's a part of your brokerage fees. That's why I chose not just Remax, but
I love that.
So just a little, I mean, it's interesting to talk to everybody, and everyone you talk to loves the brand, especially everyone who's there. And as I was walking down the hall, one person recognized me and she says, "Oh my God, I follow you on Instagram." And she's from New Jersey. So, it's neat, that people do actually see you, do know who you are. And like I said, it's just a big, big family. And then the international, when they do that inside it's where the, what is that, marketplace? When they do the international day, that is wild. Like they're giving you drinks.
They give you
from,
shots.
Yeah. From wherever they're from. It's a great time. It really is. And like I said, it's a time to, we work hard, like you said, all year. Everybody that's there knows what it takes to be a Remax agent. We're in the top for a reason. I know you're seeing all these other headlines about all these other companies that, supposedly are number one now, but numbers are numbers. They don't lie. We're pretty stable. And like you said, anyone you talk to is very solid about, where they, with Remax. So.
And they're just like amazing people. I love that you got that video, Sonia. Yeah, I was, as the marketing team knows, I felt like I was chasing them around Vegas because I was literally 45 minutes, I think, behind everybody, it felt like. And going to the awards, I wanted to make sure that I was there on time because that's my favorite time, is going up to the stage and fighting to get to the front and then being able to take that picture and give people a hug, as they're coming down stage. I was running late and I was in the taxi line and somebody heard me saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to be late. I have the tickets. Everybody's waiting." I was a little bit stressed. Well, an agent from the South, she's like, "Don't worry, honey. Come on." I can't do the Southern drawl. "Come on in and come into my car. I got you. I'm going to draw," like I can't. Well, anyway, she's, speaks for cutest personality. So we piled into her car. And as we're driving there, I said, "Oh, you're getting, on stage to get your award. Congratulations." Long story short, like, this is a person that she goes, yeah, but it's not about that for me. It's about the network. And I've been part of Remax for 20 years and started talking about Remax and the relationships she built and, the way she's built her wealth through Remax, through commissions and clients. It was a great conversation, super humble lady, Well, she ended up getting the highest award. I saw her walking the stage. and never mentioned it, because Remax did the 2 million and up, never even mentioned what award, just brought up all that networking and the people that are within the company. And so I love that you did that, Sonia. I hadn't seen that clip, but it's an example of, I think, the people in the network.
Yeah. And like I said, it was easy to do because everybody wants to talk about Remax. So, we just stopped a bunch of people, and that's just like we kind of clipped everything together. We're working on making a reel with it. That's what we're working on. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Yeah, I think what the agents really need to understand is like going to these conventions. Yeah, and everybody says, okay, well, it's Vegas. No, you don't understand. When you're there, it's like a whole different world. Obviously, all these agents that come from all around the world, you guys saw it in the video. But I think like the word that I want to say, it's like the caliber of agent, because you got to understand that it's who you work with and who you surround with, that's what you're gonna end up attracting and being. So I think it's important for the ones that didn't go, yeah, make an effort of going next year, because it's just an amazing, amazing time to go. It's a great opportunity, a great opportunity of networking and socializing and meeting friends. The socialization is there. Let me tell you, it's business and socializing. You can have a drink and talk business. So you won't feel that, oh my gosh, it's like gonna like be bad. No, it's great. It's fun times. So for all of those that really want to make an effort of going, but yes, you can plan ahead. So we already know what the ticket cost is going to be. So save every month, $100. Okay, that's what.
It's well worth it. It's well
Really
worth it.
worth it.
Yeah, the caliber of people that I feel are affiliated with the organization. You want to surround yourself, and not to mention any even local brokerages, but the amount of agents that we have, versus the volume. We're blowing brokerages out that, flat fee people that are like to be left unnamed out of the water. They can't even compare with 1,000 people. So, it's not always the amount that matters, but the quality of people that you surround yourself with. And so I feel that that's what Remax does, like putting stats out where, oh, well, we have this, amount of agent count. Well, that's great and everything, but same as the people you want quality people that are in your life that are doing the things, that you're wanting to accomplish. So I highly encourage it. I think that we went on, quite a bit with R4, but I think that's because we're excited, about the event, and we want people to experience the same thing next year.
Yeah.
So,
and being there, like I mentioned, I think I told you guys, like being in there, they have where you get to go in the morning. It's like a, group, everyone, it's full, the MGM. That's where, like I said, they have the concerts. So how many people it holds, and it's completely full of agents. And the energy is amazing. And like I said, we got to hear the story, behind Remax and just kind of how things got started. Super interesting. And I mean, maybe we can go on that another time, but it was super interesting just to hear it, hear David talk about it and just explain, how Remax almost wasn't. And so it was, we all go through things and question, is this the right direction we should be going in? And so, like I said, we're here because he pushed through.
Mm-hmm. Pushed through a lot, I'm sure. At the time, he really went, against the grain and against the industry. And I think that the end result really shows a lot of professionals here in the organization. So I think we're all proud, very proud. And, we just want our agents to experience that same thing, to go and experience it. So book your rooms.
Yeah. $100 a month, save it.
Exactly.
$200 if you like to gamble. So
Listen, download the MGM Resorts app and you get a discount, and you could book. I think you start booking as early as August or September for next year.
So we're going to let's chat a little bit about this market, you guys. Let's chat a little bit about the market.
What's new? What's happening?
Yeah. So
what's happening?
I actually sent Justin a piece that I wanted to share.
Very good.
The purpose of this is because it's important. I mean, not just in this market, but in all markets, for us to study the market. Like, that's so important. Data forms strategy. So with that, we need to know who, when, and how we're going to connect with who we need to be connecting with. So again, by studying the market, then you know how you have to adjust, and adapt. So here, this just kind of shows you like the number of active listings in the last 6 months in the 3 different cities that I selected. And if you notice, there's a pattern month after month, we're seeing less and less inventory. So when you hear other people saying certain things, it's important to know facts. There's not enough homes for the amount of buyers that are out there. There's just not, and I see that because I have several buyers who are qualified, and it's like we're waiting for things to come up. We're just kind of on the sidelines, and then one came up, let's go look at it. It's not like, here, there's 10 homes, let's go look at 10. It's not that anymore. So it's really important to understand, again, what you need to be doing in this market. And I think even going back to that is, I was masterminding with different agents, during different times, and the same thing came up, and everyone kept talking about having, being the specialist in something, whether it be in probate, whether it be, getting an SRES designation, which is working with seniors, or foreclosures, or whatever it is. But you should get something and just be hella good at that, and just focus on that, and become the expert of that, if you're finding that you're just all over the place. So, there's a lot of different opportunities in this type of market, because again, you have a little bit more time to work on you. At the end of the day, we do say we sell real estate, but we really are selling ourselves, and we're selling our expertise, our experience, our knowledge. And if we're not investing in that every day, what good are we? You see how technology is moving and moving and moving and moving. How many of you guys are using that Chat GPT? That is like a game changer, honestly. So that alone is huge. And if you aren't using it, if you're not taking advantage of that, you need to look into that. And I know I talked to Justin about this before, and it's, if you're you don't have to blog anymore, you don't have to write your listing, you don't have to think, basically. You really don't have to think anymore. Basically it does that. But my opinion and my advice to you agents is be intentional. Use your database, follow up, write tasks, create tasks for yourself, have real conversations with people, not just, do you want to buy or sell? Hi, pick me. I'm an agent. I'll do better than her, or this or that. No one cares. So, but they do care when you have a conversation and they're telling you that their son is going to graduate, or their daughter's going through this, or they're waiting for this, then the next conversation you have with them, bring up certain things so they know you care. So again, taking notes, paying attention to details. Relationships is more important than a check. So pay attention, create those relationships. And it's not something that's going to happen overnight. And I know a lot of times people get desperate. They want things to happen now. But what you're doing today is setting you up for the future. So if you're not happy where you're at now, start the work today, so you will be happy in the future. So that's my opinion, is just get to work. Stop letting other stuff distract you. If you're not surrounded by those that are, lifting you and that are showing you how to succeed, and, don't have the same values, then you need to find that, you need to find that energy. So that way you can continue to build your business and, and become who you want to become, in your future. So that's my opinion.
And, whenever there's like a shift, like what's happened to us, because, I love what you said regarding looking around and, seeing what you're surrounded by. Whenever there's a shift, you have to get super directional, and you have to drown out a lot of the noise. So you have to stop paying attention to, I even go so far as I focus on what my goal is. I remember what my goals are every day, and I work on that every day. And if you drown out and you don't listen to the news and the media, I even stay off of social media a lot right now. I'll be honest. Like, I try not to look at all of those things, because what happens, they start to get in your head, and then you start to think, oh my goodness, it's hard or challenging to do this or do that, or I can't, do this, and nothing is working, and people are having a hard time. Like when you're listening to those things daily, it starts to make you subconsciously believe that those things are happening. And so you have to drown that noise out right now. It's super important whenever there's a shift, go through all of your systems, figure out what is working quickly, what is not working, evaluate those systems, and then utilize the ones that are working better, than the ones that are not. Like you've got to do this very quickly in a shifting market. And like Sonia said as well, it's going to be very relationship based. You're going to have to work your database, talk to a lot of people. I'm talking to a lot of people all day long, every day right now, and talking to a lot of people and having that ability to provide value, see what people need. It's not just a matter of sending them homes to look at or whatever. Really talk to them, see what their needs are. Because I think right now, homes that are even under $1 million, they're going to have multiple offers on them. People are really wanting to purchase within that price range, and they're going to have a lot of multiple offers. So make your offers clean, make them look right, communicate in the right way, write things down in the appropriate way. When you're sending messages, so even messages that you're sending to the listing agent, present yourself in the appropriate way. People aren't going to want to work with people that can't even initially present themselves appropriately or write a clean, good offer, in the right way. Those things matter right now. And because I'm hearing a lot of that happening out there, to be very directional and to be very aware of your business and what your people need.
Yeah, I think, the last 2 weeks, I've actually picked up 3 different buyers that were working with agents, some since November, December, and basically calling frustrated. They're calling, they're not returning their calls.
Mm-hmm.
They're not showing them what they want to see. Like they're not paying attention to their needs. So that's important, and if you're going to take the time, to talk to these buyers or sellers, whatever it is, but you don't have any intention on servicing them, then team up with someone, or give it to someone you trust and get a referral fee. Like why lose altogether? But I've been hearing a lot of crazy stories, and I'm just thinking, what is going on? How come these agents aren't doing the work? Why are they agreeing, to represent you, but yet they're MIA? It just doesn't make sense. But like I said, I really don't know the whole story because I wasn't there. I'm just hearing, their version, but it's happening more and more is what I'm hearing. So make sure that if you're in it, you're in it, you're on top of it. You're listening to what it is that they want, what their needs are, and kind of going from there. But that's I've been seeing that too.
And be professional. A lot of the calls that I'm getting, you have to be professional. And there was an agent working together with one of our agents, and just an example where the way you talk to people, it matters. And I'm so glad that we're actually going to be doing the communication series for our emotional intelligence series, because I feel that communication is a major, almost the most important thing in our business. We have to be able to communicate effectively and appropriately. And this agent, the way she was talking to our agent, I felt mortified. And I knew right then and there, it was going to shut the situation down. You can't be aggressive and make demands and talk to people in that way. And so, I called her and I said, I'm not sure whether you understand what your position is right now, but you're working for your client. And in working for your client, it is your responsibility to do what is right for them and to not get your emotions involved to this degree to where you're actually damaging your client's ability to have a successful transaction. And so if you're truly working for your client, take a step back before you get emotional and before you, move on to attack somebody in that manner, and communicate in the appropriate way, because you're going to shut down the other person, and it's happening quite a bit right now, I think, because the way that the market is, it's a little bit more challenging to get your offers accepted, but you're not going to accomplish anything, by being rude to the other individual or anything like that. I said, so why don't you try again? You know, I'm calling you just out of courtesy because I already see what's going to happen to you and your client. And so maybe you're not aware of these things, but you try again, do it in a different way and see if you get a different result. You know, so a lot of what's happening right now is communication. And people deserve and they want an agent to work with that is not going to have, you know, a hot temper, be emotional. They're going to hold their cool. They're going to do the right thing. They're going to negotiate appropriately. You know, they're going to represent the individual in the right way. All of those things, you know, matter a lot right now. So it's really important to watch ourselves.
You know, I've noticed, going back onto the whole speaking appropriately and communicating correctly, this is a little side note because I mean, I've been traveling to so many offices. Like, I feel like I'm an Uber for Remax champions, but like, I've been like hearing a lot of conversation, and sorry, you guys, I hear it because you guys talk loudly when you're on the phone, but it's not even like the agent talking to another agent. You know what I've been hearing, which is kind of crazy? Agent speaking to an affiliate meaning a title rep, a mortgage rep. And honestly, I really want to ask them, hey, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Because it's just so crazy. So I can't wait for this communication class to happen. And maybe we need to have a kumbaya moment at the end of it, because these agents are literally talking to our affiliates as if they're just a person off the side of the road. Remember, guys out there, you're a realtor. We run our own businesses, whether it's an office or whatnot. But the way that you speak to your affiliates, remember, they help you. They actually can help you even increase your business with tools that they may have. But the way that they come across is just like, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I mean, just watch what we say, how we say it. And, you know, it's like, there's that saying, it's not what we say, it's how we say it. So if you want to express yourself, but just, I guess, watch the tone.
And also, but you know what's funny, Elizabeth, is when you're truly educated with real estate contracts and you truly investigate the worst case scenario in any situation, right? So when you're educated and you know contracts and you know what could possibly happen or what may happen, right away when a problem comes about, you can evaluate it very quickly to know what your position is. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, go from there. And regardless, there's no reason to communicate in that manner with somebody, just to say, well, this is what we're going to do. This is my, you know, boundary. This is what I'm trying to accomplish, and then go from there. So I do think it is very important right now. We need to work together. You know, collaboration should have been the past, but it's definitely the future. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I feel that collaboration makes everybody better. And it definitely helps in real estate transactions. You have to work together, and you have to look at that other agent or affiliate, you know, or anybody that you're working with as a client, because they are a client as well, and treat them as such.
Right.
So, hey guys, you know what's happening this soon, real soon? Guess what's happening? Second quarter is coming up.
Oh, wow. That's right. Yes. Here we go.
Up. So you guys that are out there, I mean, we've spoken about R4, communication, stats. You know what? I've been getting agents speaking with me, actually saying, I don't know what direction I need to get into, or how do I do this for my business? It's always a how to. So our business is ever changing. Things can be up, things can go down, and then, or some things can swing. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we're on the right path. So obviously education is key. Learning how to communicate is another one, but actually focusing within ourselves, because if we focus on ourselves, I mean, it sounds kind of crazy because it may sound a little bit selfish, but it's not. I'm going with somewhere with this. We focus on ourselves and we work on ourselves, and what we put out there is actually it's gonna work for the best. So I was going through a book that was given to me at some Remax function, Profitability and Performance Pit Stops for Real Estate Rockstars and Team Leaders. It's actually it's a pretty good book, actually. But I was going through it and skimming through it because I was like thinking, okay, well, everyone wants direction on what they need to do, and it actually gave some good, like 8 qualities. So I want to share those qualities because this may help our agents out there just get back into the groove of things, like go back into a directional area. And obviously, all of us are here to help. Jennifer, Sonia, and myself are here to help to guide you so that you can look more into those steps. So one of them was serve regardless of the opportunity. So serve your community. Don't serve it just because you're going to get something out of it. Serve it because eventually something can lead something back, can come back to you. So serve before opportunity. So keep that one in mind. So here's another one. This is like where I thought was a good one. Accountability. We all need accountability in our life, in our business, amongst ourselves. And if you need accountability, have an accountability partner. Again, you have Sonia, Jennifer, and myself. We'll be here to keep you accountable. Now, I always tend to tell people, you don't want me to keep you accountable because you might hate me because I will go after you in a nice way. But being accountable to the things and your goals and what you decide to go into, like move in the direction of your business, is key, and that's big. The next one is growth mindset. We always want to grow and perform within our business. So the growth mindset is super important. And there's one part in this book that actually, this is a quote, but it makes a lot of sense if you really think about it. It speaks volumes. I hate when people say, "Well, that's just who I am." No, that's just who you've decided it's okay to be. That's crazy, isn't it? So growth, if we're looking to grow and expand and work within our, like work our business, we have to work about ourselves and have that growth mindset that we can do it. It says here, you have to get rid of your limiting beliefs and create new experiences. You need to believe that you can do it. Isn't that nice? That sounds really pretty. But that's another one. The fourth one is the belief that you're able to do it, that you're able to move forward from any little hiccup. Leave the hiccup behind, leave the negative behind, move forward and start anew. It's a process. We're always it's like a circle. We're always going the circle. If we have a stumbling block, so be it. We have a stumbling block, but we move forward. We learn from the mistake, but we have the belief that we can do better like moving forward. Successful habits. That's the fifth one. So successful habits are, I think we have a certain type of thing that we tend to do every morning, whether it's journaling, meditation, doing certain things. We've already created a routine. If you go back and think to all the successful real estate agents or teams or coaches, they already have a habit that they've created that's the norm for them. So our realtors out there, obviously going into this path of basically recollecting our thoughts and putting us in a right direction, we have to have successful habits. So what are those successful habits look like? Well, it's the way that you start your morning: exercise, meditation, your goals, brainstorming, and executing that throughout the day and making sure it becomes a habit. Because then, if you do that every day consistently, you'll start seeing growth, more opportunity, and it gets better and better. We'll stop being stuck in the whole "we can't do it" stage, or "I don't know what's happening," or "I don't have any business." Like what Sonia said, people always want things now, but we have to be patient about it, that if we work on our what we want to accomplish, it's going to happen, it's going to come. We just have to work on our mindset and our habits. Next thing, and that's it's also becoming highly effective. So you have to be proactive with what you say you're going to do. You can't say that you're going to complete something now and you're going to do it for the next 30 days and then you don't do it. So that's why having an accountability partner may help you, because then you can team up. Next thing, grit. Grit is big. When I saw grit, I ended up highlighting this part in the book. That it is the ability to carry on in the face of setbacks and challenges and continue to improve even while achieving high levels of success. Agents quit way too often and way too early because we always want everything now. Guys, like I think the important thing that we have to remember is patience is a virtue. It is a value. And trust me, when it comes down to patience, everyone's had to learn to be patient, but it comes with success. If you learn to be patient and have all these habits, you create a routine and you create this growth mindset, it's coming. You're just basically, it's like cooking a soup. You start putting in all the seasoning and all the products, and you keep having it simmer over the pot. It's gonna end up coming out great, but you just have to be patient. Zen principles. This is another one. So Zen, not no. Zen means devote time to sitting, devote time to smile and serve others, live simple, just simple things to zen yourself out. Because what if we don't listen, everybody says that we could be workaholics, which is true because we love our jobs, but what's you could work so much, but if you don't have health, then what? So take a time out, take some part of your day, whether it's in the morning, in the middle of the day, or even in the afternoon. You can actually take half an hour of your time and just put your phone on do not disturb. Some people might think that you're blocking them out, but it's okay. You need to have Zen time for yourself. Recollect your thoughts. Take a quick lunch without the phone. I mean, honestly, like this can wait for like half an hour. Get that Zen, and then get back to your work environment. And lastly, this one actually I was kind of a little bit weird, not weird about it, but just the way that it looks like transmute pain into motivation. So we get a lot of challenges, and we have to overcome a lot of obstacles. And sometimes those challenges and obstacles don't go so well, and it ends up not turning out so well. But we learn from that, and we make it into motivation to continue moving forward. So I think all in all like these are little 8 principles that I saw out of this book that I thought it was good to get agents back on track with things. Write 8 things down that you are committed into devoting into your business, and trust me that it actually could work. And for those that are saying, well, I don't know what to do, this is a funny one. I don't know what to do because it's raining. How am I supposed to get business? Well, guess what happens every Monday at 9:30? Scripts and cold calling, role playing. So that happens every Monday at 9:30 at the main office, and you can go to cold calling. At the same time, you are able to learn how to communicate and how to speak on the phone and how to introduce yourself and not sound so much like a salesperson, but someone that knows how to have a relationship within 8 to 10 seconds, how to learn how to communicate over the phone. But I wanted to share that with everyone because I saw this and I'm like, okay, we're going into the second quarter. Let's get back on track. You know, some maybe the first quarter wasn't so great for some. So let's start the second quarter out with a bang, but let's get our principles or get our ducks in a line and move forward.
Did you notice something about what you said? Like, because I'm listening to all of those points. And did you notice like a common denominator with everything that you just mentioned and what you said? And this is because I've never heard of that book and I've never read the book. But it's so amazing how all of those items had to do with internal self-growth. Because you guys like really think about this, and something just clicked for me, and I think that this will help, people going into the second quarter. All of the tools are out there, meaning if you want to learn something, you will find a way to learn it. Like regardless of Jennifer, Elizabeth, and Sonia. Okay, now, of course, as an organization, we try to encompass everybody and offer all of the classes and tools that we possibly can. But in reality, as a human being, if you want to learn how to do something, you will find a way. And for instance, even in business, when you're growing and building a company, when I opened up a DFPI escrow, even the professionals don't really tell you what to do and how to run it. I struggled and I crashed and I burned the first year, believe me. But you know what? I learned and I researched and I investigated and I talked to people and I gathered data and I reached out to different CPAs. I reached out to different people to gather the data, because trust me when I tell you, you call, a local person that is doing the same, they generally don't take the time to walk you through and to help you out. So my point in that is, if you really want to learn how to do something, there is no lack of data. So for me to say, to sit here and say that all of the top producers in the company, it's because no, it's because of them. They did it. They found the resource, they did the research, they got the data, and they did the work. And so there's no lack of data, there's no lack of classes, there's no lack of books, people, to talk to and to ask. The thing that people have to do is to work on themselves. So I love that you just said that, Elizabeth, to work on yourselves, to figure out what is it that I need to do to get myself to the next level. Because when you put your destiny and you put your growth in somebody else's hands, it is a very dangerous thing to do, because we alone have the capability to do the research and to figure out what we need as individuals in order to grow, to progress, and to do more, and to live the type of life that we want to live. So every day waking up, asking yourself, what is it that I could do better today? What is it that I can make happen today? And to not be the victim in any case or circumstance. Even if somebody did something that we're saying, wow, you know what? That was a rotten deal that I got on that other end. No. What is it that I did to place myself in that situation? And what could I do differently to make sure that I'm not placed in that situation again? Whether it is an actual situation or it's a mental type of thing that you need to do. So I love those points that you made. I do feel that, all of us moving into the second quarter, we have to work on ourselves. And when you work on yourself and you take your destiny and your success into your own hands and you say, this is what I need in order to be successful, then you have the power to change that. You have the power to execute on those items that you feel you need to do, because, it really does come from ourselves and our own self-work and our own awareness of what it is that we're doing and what we need to do differently. And if you don't do that, there's no amount of help or classes or research or coaches or anything that is going to make a difference in your life, whether it's your personal life or your business. We have to get to that awareness on our own, and we have to do the work in order to achieve those things. We're here to guide, we're here to help, we're here to answer questions, to give tools, to give classes. We want to provide all of that support for each and every one of our agents. However, at the end of the day, it is that self-reflection and that self-work to find out what your blind spots are and what you need to work on in order to do and be better in the future. So I love that, Elizabeth. Thank you for sharing all of that with us.
No problem. Yeah, I was like really thinking about it, and I was going through the book, and it said you can pay so many coaches and so many mentors out there, because a lot of people do, and 9 times out of 10, like the majority of them, like some of these people say, well, that person didn't help me out. But then if you really go full circle, it's not that that person didn't really help you out, it's just that you weren't willing to do anything about what they were teaching. So so it really does come from, are you ready to take it to the next level? Like, let's work on you first, and then we can move forward.
Absolutely. Yes, because there's tons of coaches out there, and we all know who they are. And if you pay them to coach you, or you take anybody's advice, you have to execute on it. At the end of the day, you have to be ready to put in the work and to do the work and to take a look at yourself, and that looks differently for everyone.
Okay.
So that's going to look different for you, Elizabeth, and for you, Sonia, than for me. I mean, I see Sonia out there 5 a.m. She's at the gym and she's lifting those weights. And, I'm barely opening one eye, I think, at 6 in the morning. So her morning looks differently for her, right? She does things that she needs a little bit differently. For me, I need a little bit more, sleep in the morning and more peace time, and I do my meditation, and then I'll do my walk and my exercise later. But do what feels good for you, because if you go against yourself as well, and you take somebody's model exactly, it might not work for you. you may not feel good. Like you want to keep something long-term because it's long-term and consistency that builds anything. So, if you go in for 2 weeks and try to get up at 4 a.m. and you're not a 4 a.m. type person, you're kind of setting yourself up for, failure in that area. So why not instead evaluate what you need and, form a plan that's going to work for you too. So as much as I'd love to join Sonia at 5 a.m., unless she goes at 7, I'm not going to be there.
Late.
But yes, moving forward, it's all about helping each other and being aware and, reaching out to all of our resources and our community, reach out to people for ideas, network with each other. You've got an amazing group of people around you. Attend the classes, get engaged. Attend a class that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, maybe. If you're not wanting to pick up the phones and talk to people and that, is out of your comfort zone, join Elizabeth to do that. That'll push you a little bit further to do something out of your comfort zone, and it might open up other things for you in your business. So get out of, that safety zone and safety net and take a look at what is around you and utilize all of your resources. Very important in this market.
The risk is well worth it. You just got to do it. Just do it like Nike.
And also simplifying. I find that whenever I go through any type of shift, I immediately evaluate, I simplify, I get very directional, and I do not spend any of my time on items that will not propel my vision and what I want forward. Now, whether that is income, I'm not going to spend my time on anything that is not income producing. If that is some, self-reflection and self-time, to do my own work, I'll allocate time for that. But I get super directional. And I think that it's very important right now for people to be very super directional about their time, their energy, and where they're headed. And to take a look at what you're spending your time on daily. Really evaluate what you're spending your time on daily and eliminate any drama, any outside noises, whether that's people, whatever it is, you need to eliminate that and get directional if you want to grow. And that's really in any market.
If it doesn't make money, if it doesn't make money, it doesnn't make sense.
Or bring you peace, right? Or bring you peace. That's how you know if it's for you or not.
If it doesn't bring you, I remember I heard a long time ago, if it doesn't bring you peace, it's going to leave you in pieces. Let it go.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. That one, I like that one. I've never heard of that one.
If it doesn't bring you peace, it's going to leave you in pieces.
And if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
Very true. If it, it has to flow and it has to, make sense. And it's so funny. A lot of times we can learn a lot from our youth. You guys know and I know that our time is nearing an end, but, I'm working with my daughter now and she's young. She's 22, but she's a master of focus. And meaning when she's talking to you, or even if you go to lunch with her or we go to dinners, her phone, like she's very aware of who's in front of her and gives them her undivided focus and attention. And she's great at that. And being able to do that, I was talking to her and I noticed she's also focused about her energy, the people that she allows to have access to her, the people that she chooses to work with or have in her arena. And for being so young, that is something that I wish I would have learned a decade ago, because it would have saved me, I think, a lot of heartache and time with various situations. And that is something for everybody to take a look at in their business, because it is true. What Sonia just said is true. If it doesn't bring you peace, it will leave you in pieces. And it may leave your business in pieces too, and your financial growth. And so, to find that direction and be very directional and have that peace and that laser focus, super important for life and business. And all of that comes from working on ourselves. So,
yeah. So do we have any questions, or does anyone have any comments that we're ignoring?
now that we talked the whole time.
Yeah, we're taking the last couple of minutes.
Oh my goodness. Agreed. Some agents expect things to be done for them, but each individual are in business for themselves and they have to do for themselves. Yes, we are here to guide, to help, to be a resource. However, like I said, at the end of the day, there's no lack of resource, and you can know so much about different things, but if you don't take action and you're not directional, not much is going to happen in your business.
Yes.
Jose, we saw him yesterday.
Was he on his bike?
No, he was, he was over here in the office doing his thing. So thank you, Jose. We appreciate you.
That sounds like.
Thank you.
That sounds like Hilda.
That sounds like Hilda Patino. We love you, Hilda.
I don't know if that's her, but no. I'm speechless. Everything was great.
Love it. You guys, and we're always here for you. So reach out. I encourage you to get plugged in and engaged with certain classes we offer. The next one that we're going to do as a team and a group, it is the emotional intelligence in business. We're going to do a communication series. Okay. And if we would label that series, how to get 20 listings in a month, we probably have hundreds of people here. It's not labeled that. However, it is the foundation of what is needed in order to be successful, because without that, then the rest of it doesn't happen. So I encourage you guys, please get engaged, utilize your resources. We're here for you. You've got a couple smart cookies right there, Sonia and Elizabeth, that are ready, willing, and able to help and guide you guys. Myself as well. I'm here for any questions and to be of service and a resource. Utilize your tools. We can't force you, but if you engage, we're here for you.
Yeah, and we want, like Justin had it on there, we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you're looking for. I'm basically in the office every day. I'm an open book. If you're having a hard time, in any part of your business, it's important, we're running our business as a business. For you to have a sustainable business, it needs to be ran like one. So again, I'm here. I know Justin and the marketing team is there. They're there to help too, with KV Core. Jeff's there, Jennifer's there, Liz is, we're all, we all have our different strengths.
Let's throw KV Core over to Jeff and the marketing team.
Yeah.
Poor Jeff.
Okay. He's a professional.
KV Core Jeff. That would be Jeff's.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're always here. We're always around. We're never too busy. Don't feel like you're gonna bother. If it's gonna help you and push you to do something differently, because sometimes it just takes that one little thing to be done differently, and it'll make a major difference in your business. So we're always trying to provide different options, value, classes, just different things. And Jennifer and I actually were talking last week in regards to bringing some more classes, even from agents that are using certain products that are having success in those products. So that way you can see if it's something for you. So I know we're working on a few things for you guys as well. So we're looking forward to, to sharing all that information.
Love it. We're at our hour. We are at our hour. Thank you, ladies. It's been a blessing as always. Agents and everybody, we're here for you, like Sonia said. And until next time.
Yes. Until next time, we're a phone call away.